Right now, let's take a live look. Kitty Hawk, North Carolina. Some clouds around right now. The Carolina coast getting hammered over the weekend. Coastal flood advisory in effect through the morning. Kitty Hawk picking up more than 2 inches of rain, but a lot more rain fell to the north and to the south. Water levels on the rise to 3 feet above normal, 1 to 3 feet above normal. National Weather Service issued a beach hazard statement. It includes all beaches along eastern North Carolina. High tide at 8 a.m., but the threat of rip currents does remain high throughout the day. There's also the possibility of some flooding. Some of the low-lying areas, also beach erosion an issue as well. Joining us now, News Director for the Outer Banks Voice, Sam Walker. Sam, thank you very much for joining us. What are your concerns today, and are you hearing of any impacts so far on the roads?
Well, our main concern is just, as you mentioned, a high risk of rip currents. Things have really calmed down, relatively speaking, over the last couple of days. We're finally getting some sunshine. We got some late yesterday and finally seeing some blue skies, which is nice. But the big threat right now is high surf continuing. We've got a little bit of erosion still going on, not hardly any overwash, but the big concern, high risk of rip current. Folks now wanting to get out there, maybe put their toes in the water, still not a good idea at all. Not very safe at all.
And Sam, for people who have not been to the Outer Banks, there's areas of the Outer Banks that are very narrow. Now, you said it hasn't been as bad as we've seen, but we have seen quite a bit of beach erosion. You see any implications heading into the winter with some of the stronger storms? Any concerns about that?
Yeah, that is going to be a big concern because we've seen quite a few dunes that have been almost chopped in half, creating cliffs or escarpments, as they're called. And that's going to be a concern because it's just more sand that's going to be washing off of those dunes as we go through more storms, especially another set of storms possibly this week and high surf continuing. Our big problem spot still milepost 4 in Kitty Hawk, right along Highway 12, which has survived so far with sandbags. Sandbags still exposed. They're going to be exposed, it looks like, until we get the weather to calm down and it can push some sand in there. Still got our overwash problems happening near the Cape Hatteras Lighthouse in Buxton. One thing to be concerned about for people that may not know this, you can't really don't want to drive through salt water, and that's what's happening in those areas where we get overwash. People drive their cars through there just like thinking it's rainwater. That's going to do some serious damage. So that's another concern people need to be thinking about. That's
a great point, Sam. Also, Sam, resilient bunch of people there in the Outer Banks. What's the word on the street? What are people talking about there in the Outer Banks?
That it's Monday, and this is what we deal with when we live on the Outer Banks. It's just another start of the work week. You know, this storm really wasn't that bad compared to some that we've had in the past. We just know we're going to be dealing with more of this stuff possibly into the winter, and that's not good news. But it's just, hey, it's another weekday here.
All right, Sam Walker, thank you very much for your time. Enjoy a little bit of sunshine while you have it.
Thanks.
All right.